Hi, so I have some questions here on the investment funds course. And here on the screen, I have the two institutions that provide this. I've been getting a couple of questions regarding this, and apparently people were interested in how this type of thing worked. So let's kind of dive into it. Here we have one of the institutions that provide the course. So I'm just moving my screen down. You can see the link. I'll link it into this video on the bottom as well. And what basically this course is that you have a couple of things. So you have the standard one and you have the IFC members. Now, what does this mean? So in terms of the pricing, if you're from outside, you're still in university, you're still in college, and you're trying to get into this, course, you want to get it done so that it's easier for you to apply for banking advisors and financial advisors, things like that. Um, this is the price that you will be going for. I went for the IFC members. So if you're already enrolled, if you're already working in one of the financial institutions like RBC, CIBC, Scotiabank, TD, things like that, BMO, you'll be able to request the pricing for IFC members. So this is the pricing that you'll be getting. And on top of that, there's a little bit of tax as well. So it'll be around $295, almost $300. But in a sense, what you're buying here is exactly the same as what you're buying here. Now, since I work for RBC, this is what they only require for banking advisors. They don't need to go to the CSC. So this one is the CSC, the Canadian Securities Institution. So I would say CSI. So not the CSC, it's not the Canadian Security Course, it's the Canadian Security Institute. Now these two institutions, the red one here and the purple one here, are both certified and recognized by the Royal Bank of Canada. I can't say for other banks. So if you are going for, if you aren't sure of which bank you're actually applying for, I would recommend taking this one here, the Canadian Securities Institution course. This one is called Investment Funds in Canada. It's basically the same thing. Some people say this one is harder. Some people say this one, the purple one, is easier. But I find it's really up to you, because I have coworkers that failed the red one here 2 times. They couldn't pass it. This one is pretty expensive as well. This one here, I've had coworkers that also failed this one, so it's really up to how you're studying and how you're working on, right? So if we go to enroll now for the red one, you'll be able to see, like, they have the value pack and all of this, like with the combo it's 640 after tax. So you can immediately see, like, this one is double the price. It's 640 after tax. It's like almost 700. This one is like 300 even after tax. So a lot of people, if you're going for like the standard, this is 400 still, but you know, it's shaving off a little bit. So if you're not really sure if you want to go into this industry, I would say standard. But if you're like in university and you have someone that's willing to pay for it, whether it be through a co-op, through an intern, something like that, I would definitely recommend going for this for the long term, because every single bank in Canada does take this, the IFC. So this is only for like the much lower end, like the banking advisor, financial service representative, things like that. That's not like a step higher. So first step higher, you do need to go for the CSC exam. So for the Canadian Security Course exam, this one here, you do need the red one. So this one is a bit more expensive in terms of the pricing. So I can show you how much the Canadian Security Course is, and this one is only offered by the Canadian Security Institution. So only this one here will be offered. You cannot get the CSC certification from any other institution. This one is for the investment funds course, and this one is also for the investment funds course. So if you're just kind of treading water, you don't really know what your next career path is, I would recommend this is for you. So this will take care of most of your basic needs that the banking industry is looking for. And this one here is if you're going for the financial advisor and the higher positions. So you can see if I click enroll now and you go for the value pack, which has everything, the price is currently even more expensive than when I actually went for. This one is like 1,500 almost now after tax. But I basically looked around, and I knew I wasn't going to be like hard stuck in this industry, so I just took this purple one, and passed first time. I went for the IFC members, easy, 285, $300. After that, I asked for a reimbursement, of course, because I was already working at RBC at the time. The investment funds here, I didn't actually go for it because I saw the pricing. I still had to pay out of my pocket, and I was kind of deterred by it, so I didn't really go for it. This Canadian security course, it's kind of iffy. This is for financial advisor, like I mentioned. If you're not like hard stuck on like you want to do financial advising, financial planning, things like that, I would kind of recommend against doing a $1,500 course unless, like I said, someone is willing to reimburse you for this full amount. And that's pretty much the breakdown in terms of what institute offers which type of courses. Both of these courses you do have to go to downtown Toronto to take. So this one is downtown Toronto. I took it in one of the UFT buildings. I think this is pretty much the same in one of the UFT buildings. I'm not really sure. Don't quote me on that. But if you do have some free books from, let's say, your seniors or your friends, I would definitely recommend taking a look through this. It really helped me because I had a coworker that lent me their book, so I kind of looked over it. Even though I was going for this purple one here, I still took a glance at what was inside the material. There's a lot of material in the red one. The purple one makes it seem like the book is really thin. They make it seem like it's easy, but when you take the exam, there's still stuff that you kind of have to know and you're expected to know from. And I got it from reading the hard copy textbook of the red one here. I was also provided a copy of the CSC book from one of my colleagues because they didn't need any more. So I also took a glance from the CSC book, and I kind of marked the chapters where the IFC kind of covered. So in a sense, I probably could have taken the CSC, but it's broken up into two sections. So you have one segment, say CSC 1, CSC 2. So I didn't really go for this exam because it was too extensive and it was too time consuming, and I knew I wasn't going to stick in this industry for a long time. So that's pretty much the breakdown, and see you guys in the next video.